Welcome to Reverse Reset Restore, the podcast all about reversing mindsets, resetting beliefs, and restoring your innate self-love. I'm Sally, and today we're diving into the power of laughter as a catalyst for transformation. If you're feeling like you've lost the joy for life or you've got nothing to smile about, this is the episode that could help shift that belief pattern. You can chuckle your way to change and find joy in the everyday. Sometimes we just need the reminder that we are more powerful and funnier than we think. Change and laughter comes from within. I love this quote from Milton Berle. Laughter is an instant vacation. Have you ever felt like that? I know I have. Where a moment of laughing really does separate you from everything else going on around you or in your life. To be fully present in the laughter really is like an instant vacation. Pure, unadulterated joy seems impossible when you are in the thick of suffering. We can feel guilty about being joyful or happy when we should feel other ways because of the circumstances we might be in. But I can tell you that from my own personal experience, fostering a sense of joy, even in the darkest of times, has been my saving grace. Does it make all my problems go away? No. Does it make the pain I'm in cease and desist? Perhaps not. But it has helped me cope with what I am facing and broken through those dark clouds to remind me to hope. No matter what I am going through right now, there is another side. There is a way out and back into the light. Laughing is a reminder that joy is our birthright, and it is a healing balm to our emotions, our mental well-being, and our physical health as well. One of my favorite examples of this is in the days just after my father died. It felt like I would never find joy again. My life was ruined. It was over. It was gone. We were sitting around the dining room table one afternoon, and my nana was telling a story about how she'd called my uncle Albie to tell him my dad had died. And in leaving him a voice message, she had said, "Hello, Mum, it's Albie here." We lost it. We were all laughing till we cried. It was a silly faux pas, but in the moment, it was just incredibly funny. And it was such a pure gift because I realized that that moment of laughing was so needed and so necessary for all of us. And it served as a reminder that life would go on. It would be different and at times difficult, but even in the dark moments, the sunlight of joy could still bring us warmth. If this is your first time listening to the podcast, a very warm welcome. Because of the nature of this podcast, we delve into the depths of serious topics, discussing life-changing moments and exploring the profound aspects of our existence. We look at our behaviors and our belief systems and the way we think based on our upbringing or traumas and experiences. This is a place of healing, of wholeness, and that often comes from walking through some pretty dire stuff and doing some hard work. But amidst the weighty discussions and soul-searching conversations, it's crucial not to overlook the importance of joy and laughter in our lives, and the healing that comes with it. Laughing is something I take great delight in, but it's something that's very hard to authentically bring into being when you're not feeling it, right? As children, many of us were fortunate enough to have laughter be present most days. That was kind of the job of being a kid, having a good time and being free to explore and be carefree and silly. And if you didn't have that as your experience as a child, I'm really sorry because you deserve that. If you've ever watched children playing or eavesdropping when they're talking amongst themselves, you might have noticed how effortless joy seems to be for them. Whether it's their innocence or just weird affection for things like toilet humour, or just because they don't carry the burden of responsibility that comes with adulthood, there is something pure to be found in the laughter of children. In fact, it is one of my favourite sounds, especially babies and toddlers' laughter. However, as adults, the weight of life's responsibilities often diminishes the frequency of our laughter. Yet by actively seeking out moments of humour and joy, we enhance our emotional resilience. We strengthen our bonds to ourselves and to each other, and we can cultivate greater happiness, potentially even extending our lifespans. I want you to take a moment during this episode or afterwards to ponder what laughter means to you. What makes you laugh? Do you, like me, have many different types of laughs? And if so, do you nickname your laughs? Have you laughed so hard that you cried, or peed your pants, or made others laugh because you were laughing? How long have you laughed for? I ask this because, true story, I have been known on more than one occasion to have laughed for more than 3 hours straight. And I'm pretty sure that my friends got to a point where they wondered, how much laughter is too much laughter? Have you pursued laughter or diminished its importance and frequency in your life? Is laughter something you fear? An emotion that you feel ashamed to truly express? Do you think it can really make a difference in your overall health? I want you to really ask yourself some of those questions. Let it sit with you. How does your body respond to that question that's been asked? That will tell you quite a lot. We know that laughter is often referred to as the best medicine, and that it is one of our universal languages, like music and dance and art, that transcends cultural boundaries and connects us as human beings. I call these the soul languages because they go beyond the constructs we have invented like culture and religion and creed. There is something deeper within each of us that understands this soul connection. Beyond its ability to bring joy to our lives, laughter has a profound impact on both our physical health and our mental well-being. In this episode, we're shining a spotlight on the lighter side of life because, let's face it, we all need more laughter and joy. It would be very easy to look at the state of the world and our own lives and feel like there really isn't too much to laugh about. We're going to explore how we can create space for more joy to permeate our daily routine. We'll look at the science behind why laughter is indeed a powerful force for promoting overall wellness, the impact it has on our physiology and mental and emotional well-being, and provide some practical tips to infuse your life with laughter and merriment. The authentic kind, not this kind. So, let's get cracking. Laughter is not merely a sound we make or a reaction to something we find funny. It is a complex physiological response that involves various parts of the body, including the brain, our respiratory system, and our facial muscles. Now, most of us don't think about the physiology behind what generates a laugh. It can often feel like it's just something that's happening to us. I thought it might be kind of interesting to consider the journey of a laugh. So here's a breakdown of the science behind the how, where, and whys of a good old chortle. The journey of a laugh begins with the perception of something humorous or joyful. This is referred to stimulus perception, which is a way more clinical way of saying something has tickled your fancy. Likely it's been a joke, a funny situation, a playful interaction, or with the influence of social media and apps, this could be weird filters or animals doing random things, or my personal favourite, a compilation of babies laughing over absolutely nothing, probably because I can relate. Once our stimulus perception is activated, the brain kicks into action. So the prefrontal cortex lights up like a neon sign, signaling that something funny is afoot. Meanwhile, the limbic system, which is involved in emotions, memory, and pleasure, starts buzzing with excitement. Areas such as the hypothalamus and the amygdala play roles in processing emotion and triggering the laughter response. It's like our brain is throwing a party and everyone is invited. Our brains are master chemists, right? So they're concocting a potent mix of neurotransmitters such as dopamine, serotonin, and endorphins, which are all released to enhance the experience. And these chemicals are mood elevators, so they're associated with feelings of pleasure and happiness and relaxation. Dopamine, the pleasure powerhouse, floods our system, making us feel like we've just struck gold. Serotonin jumps in to regulate our mood, ensuring that our joyride stays on track. And let's not forget about endorphins, the body's natural mood lifters, who are ready to kick any stress to the curb and offer an added bonus of acting as a natural painkiller. With our brains firing on all cylinders, it's time for the main event, moving all of this feel goodness that is happening in our brain to other parts of our body and creating the physical manifestation of what we know as laughing. So our motor cortex orchestrates the perfect blend of muscle movements, from the rhythmic contractions of our diaphragm to the infectious twitching of our facial muscles. When we laugh, our brain sends signals to the muscles in our face, particularly those around the mouth and the eyes, causing them to contract. This creates the characteristic facial expressions associated with laughter, such as smiling, grinning, or even full-blown laughter. Laughter also involves the respiratory system. It typically begins with a deep inhalation followed by a series of short, rhythmic exhalations. This repeated pattern of inhalation and exhalation produces the sounds we recognize as laughter. All this process happens without us even thinking about it. That is the magic of our minds and bodies. Josh Billings, a 19th century American humorist and lecturer, said, "Laughter is the sensation of feeling good all over and showing it principally in one place. That place is in our bodies, and its impact cannot be undervalued." So, now that we know where our laughter begins and where it ends up, I want to talk about the benefits laughter provides us, because it has a remarkable ability to ignite positive changes in both the mind and the body. It acts as a powerful tonic, strengthening the immune system, uplifting mood, alleviating pain, and shielding against the harmful impact of stress. Few things work as swiftly and reliably to restore harmony to your mind and body as a hearty laugh. So let's look at the physical benefits and then the psychological and emotional benefits. So, physical benefits of laughter. Stress reduction, which I guess also comes under psychological and emotional benefits. So laughter is a natural stress buster. Laughter triggers the release of endorphins, like we mentioned, which are the body's natural feel-good chemicals. These endorphins interact with receptors in our brains, promoting an overall sense of well-being and even offering temporary relief from pain. As a result, laughter helps lower stress hormone levels like adrenaline and cortisol, leading to a more relaxed state of mind, a relaxed body, and more positive outlook. Incorporating laughter into our daily lives can act as a buffer against the detrimental effects of chronic stress. And just so that you're aware, we have been running a special series at the beginning of every month. I've been dropping a special episode specifically around cortisol and its various impact on our body. I'll include the links for the previous cortisol episodes in the show notes for you if that's something of interest to you. Pain management. Now, we touched upon this with how laughter can reduce your stress load. Well, laughter has also been found to have pain relieving properties. The release of endorphins during laughter not only improves your mood and decreases your stress, but it also acts as a natural painkiller. So laughter triggers the release of serotonin, which can reduce the perception of pain and increase our pain tolerance. While laughter is obviously not going to eliminate all types of pain, it can certainly help alleviate discomfort and improve our coping mechanisms. And believe it or not, laughter can give your immune system a much needed boost. Studies have shown that the release of endorphins through laughter can improve the functioning of the immune system, increasing the production of immune cells and antibodies. Consequently, people who frequently experience laughter and joy may be better equipped to ward off illnesses and recover more quickly from infections. Another way that laughter can help us in our physical bodies is with our heart. When we laugh, our blood vessels dilate, promoting better circulation and increasing our blood flow. This enhanced circulation helps deliver oxygen and vital nutrients to the heart and all of our other organs, supporting overall cardiovascular health. Improved blood vessel function can also help reduce the risk of developing conditions like atherosclerosis, where arteries become narrow and harden due to plaque buildup. By keeping blood vessels flexible and responsive, laughter contributes to a healthier cardiovascular system and may help safeguard against heart attacks, strokes, and other related issues. Laughter also offers many other physical benefits. During laughter, as I mentioned earlier, our facial muscles get engaged, our diaphragm gets engaged, our abdominal muscles are also employed, resulting in basically a little mini workout for the body. It can even burn a few extra calories. Yes, you heard that right. Laughter can burn calories, albeit very modestly. But I'm going to take it. Studies suggest that laughing for 10 to 15 minutes a day can burn approximately 40 calories, which obviously doesn't sound very much at all, but over a long period of time that would aid in weight management. For this one reason alone, it would be worth booking yourself a daily 20-minute giggle your gut away session. I want to look at the mental and emotional benefits of laughter. So one of those is mood enhancement. Have you ever noticed how your mood instantly improves after a hearty laugh, a genuine laugh? That's because laughter is a natural mood enhancer. When we laugh, our bodies release not only endorphins, but also the dopamine, which is a neurotransmitter associated with pleasure and reward. This flood of positive brain chemicals can improve our overall mood and reduce symptoms of depression and anxiety. Laughter has an immediate impact on our emotional state. It fosters a sense of happiness or joy and lightheartedness, which can counter feelings of sadness, anxiety, or anger. We really are only one short laughing session away from changing our whole mood. It can cut through the layers we may have built around us, whether to protect us from or repel people away. When we allow ourselves to truly revel in laughing, we may find that we lighten the burden of anger and conflict, diffusing tension and providing perspective on problems, facilitating the release of bitterness and resentment that you might be holding on to. Because when you're angry or bitter and resentful, it's really hard to find joy in anything. We all know people who look like they've been sucking on sour grapes their whole lives. This is deeply saddening to me to see how people have chosen to allow their lives to be defined by bitterness and hurt, and in the process have removed joy from being part of their experiences. It's not a surprise that people like this have not only got some debilitating health issues, that they're also disconnected from society. Which brings me to the next benefit: social connection. Laughter is a powerful social bonding tool. When we laugh with others, it strengthens our social connections and enhances our sense of belonging. When I was acting, I often played a lot of comedic roles. And as a performer on stage, can I just say, when you had a whole audience laughing because of the way you delivered a line, just as important as the line itself. It was everything. It was magic. I always had a super good feeling after those shows because it felt so wildly amazing to elicit that type of response. And from a theatre full of random people, there is nothing quite like it. I can see why comedians get like such a high being on stage and having that kind of experience. It's incredible. Everyone always left feeling so uplifted. You know, you've done your job well when people tell you they had to leave because they thought they were going to wet themselves from laughing too hard. In social settings, shared laughter creates a positive atmosphere. This social support network is crucial for our mental health as it provides a sense of security and understanding. And, you know, when you're in a room and you're all laughing together, you forget those moments where you feel isolated and alone. Because in that moment, you're with others and you are feeling like you're part of something and you're part of humanity, I suppose. There is that bonding that happens organically in those situations. So engaging in shared activities that induce laughter, whether we're sharing jokes with friends or we're just playing silly games with the kids or we're watching cute animals do weird and wonderful things, these things can uplift our spirits and improve our overall emotional well-being. We kind of talked about this briefly, about stress. I want to talk a bit more about stress management. So chronic stress can take a toll on our mental health. Laughter can serve as a powerful coping mechanism, helping us manage stress and bounce back from difficult situations more effectively. Laughter helps build resilience and it can help reduce our stress levels very swiftly. I don't know about you, but if I have a good laugh when I'm feeling super stressed out, it helps to relax my mind and my body, and it kind of acts as a sort of reset for my brain so that the elevated stress levels recede and I can make better decisions and feel more capable to manage what is going on in my life. Laughter can improve our intimate relationships. So sharing laughter with others strengthens social bonds and improves relationships. When we laugh together, we create a sense of connection, which is vital for our mental well-being. My partner and I laugh a lot, and my favorite thing is to hear him laugh because it feels like I've really earned something when that happens. Usually he's laughing at me because when I get going, who knows what sounds are going to come out. Laughing together makes me feel connected to him and vice versa. And this is true for any relationship. When we share a true, genuine laugh, it makes you feel less alone. Jerry Seinfeld says, "To a guy like me, a laugh is full of information. The timbre of it, the shape of it, the length of it. There's so much information in a laugh." And I feel this. I don't know about you, but I have many different types of laughs. It's just that not many people have necessarily heard all the variations of my laughter. Some are the very definition of a laugh as a ha 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 or a he he he. Ones sound like I'm strangling a chicken or am a chicken. Then there is the laughter that comes out in absolute silence, but you just have your whole body shaking violently and all you can do is hit the side of your chair and gasp for air. I've laughed for literally hours on the ground, side-splitting guffaws that make me feel like my body could rip apart at the seams, if bodies had seams. I laugh till I cry, and sometimes the laughter turns into hysterical tears that can't be stopped, rolling in like giant waves, tears streaming, and this weird half laughter, half crying thing that takes on its own entity. Almost manic. To fully laugh and hysterically cry all at the same time is the weirdest sensation. Let me know in the comments if you're able to, if you can relate to the laugh cry madness. To me, it's like these emotions are just teetering on the edge of chaos. And yet, it's really not that unusual. If you look at babies, how they move between the two emotions in rapid succession, Thankfully, this type of laughter or cry action tends to happen when I'm feeling extra emotional or extremely tired. So don't worry, it's not an everyday occurrence because, believe me, I know it seems slightly unbalanced. This laugh cry thing has, in the past, elicited shame in me because it feels manic. And I'm sure to anyone that's watching, it probably looks that way as well. I've learnt to understand that laughter can tap into other big emotions. And sometimes those emotions are just lying there under the surface, excavated by the laughter. And if this happens to you, just embrace it. It's a sacred moment to allow yourself to release some pent-up emotions. It's beautiful to allow space for our emotions to come out through our laughter and our tears. I'm just that extra because I go for the 2-for-1 at the same time. This quote from George Gurdjieff, Armenian philosopher, mystic, spiritual teacher and composer, speaks to me about the amount of energy we often house inside our bodies. He said, "Laughter relieves us of superfluous energy, which, if it is remained unused, might become negative, that is, poison. Laughter is the antidote." What this quote says to me is that if we don't rid ourselves of this extra energy, like the energy of stress, it creates illness, disease, and sickness in our lives. With that extra energy having nowhere to go, we internalize it and make ourselves unwell. It becomes poison. Laughter is like the release valve, letting out the stuck energy and at the same time, re-energizing us, filling us up with good energy that is healthy and healing for the body. It is what can help us remain well or heal us when we use it. The other benefit that laughter provides us is enhanced creativity. Laughter can boost creativity by encouraging a more playful and open mindset. When we're relaxed and happy, our minds are also more relaxed and happy, and then they become more receptive to new ideas and innovative thinking. In fact, I suggest you try this the next time you're working on creating solutions to a problem that might have you stumped. Find something to laugh about for a few minutes and then come back to the problem. You might be surprised at just what you are able to discover in a more relaxed and open state. Another benefit? Laughter relaxes you. Laughter has an incredible knack for unwinding the body from head to toe. It acts as a natural stress reliever, melting away physical tension and leaving your muscles in a state of blissful relaxation for up to 45 minutes afterwards. So instead of splurging on a pricey massage, why not indulge in a marathon of your favorite comedy series? It's like giving your entire body a rejuvenating workout without even having to leave the comfort of your couch. And in these economic times, I think most of us would say yes and amen to that, right? You'll be more productive. Because laughter acts as a natural relaxant, revitalizing both your mind and your body. It alleviates your stress, boosts your energy levels, and empowers you to maintain focus and productivity. It shifts your perspective. Laughter possesses the remarkable ability to alter perspectives, offering a fresh outlook on challenging situations. We see this all the time with comedians. They will put something that may be considered a bit taboo, and the way they present it through a joke offers an opportunity for us to consider the topic in a different way. Through humor, one gains psychological distance. You can view circumstances in a more realistic and less daunting manner. So this shift in perspective fosters resilience, preventing feelings of being overwhelmed and promoting conflict resolution. And you might just live longer. Laughter may contribute to longevity. Research from Norway found that individuals with a robust sense of humor tended to outlive those with a more serious outlook, with the difference being particularly pronounced among cancer patients. So if you are in a health battle of any kind, by employing more joy and laughter into your life, you may improve your physical well-being and also increase the time that you're here on this beautiful planet. We've talked about the science of laughter, the way laughter impacts our physical, emotional, and mental well-being. Let's look at some practical tips that you can incorporate more laughter into your life. Some of these are going to be pretty obvious. Number 1, watch comedy. Whether it's stand-up comedy, sitcoms, funny movies, animal videos that you find, TV shows like Ridiculousness, make time for entertainment that makes you laugh. This is obviously subjective. What I find hilarious, you might find really unfunny. Also, sometimes when we change, what we used to find funny, we might not anymore. Your missions, should you choose to accept it, is to assign yourself different things to watch, different comedians to expose yourself to, and find the one that tickles your fancy. And there are different levels of comedy, right? I'm not saying that every time you laugh it needs to be rambunctious and raucous. Like, for example, I love Brooklyn Nine-Nine and Schitt's Creek, but they don't always get me laughing out loud. Laughter, in the sense, is maybe perhaps too broad a term. It's also that sense of warmth and good feelings that come along with something that brings you joy. The laugh out loud is the bonus, but watching something that makes you feel good can be just as beneficial. Number 2, spend time with funny friends. Surround yourself with people who have a great sense of humor. Laughter can be contagious, and if one is going to catch anything, let it be laughter. I always think of Winnie the Pooh and Friends, and dear old Eeyore, that never seems to see anything good in life. Now, I can appreciate an Eeyore, but they can be hard to be around 24/7. Finding people who have a sense of humor or can find the funny side in life can boost your own spirits. I apply the expression, you are what you eat, to you are how you behave. We can always choose our responses to the situations we find ourselves in. This does not mean that it will always be good or easy situations or that laughter will solve them. But when we choose to spend time with people who enjoy life, it can help us find joy in life too. And that can help us build resilience to get through those moments where there is little joy to be found. Number 3, practice laughter yoga. Now, laughter yoga involves laughter exercises and deep breathing. It's a fun and effective way to boost your mood. This is on my bucket list to do with a group of people. I've practiced this along YouTube videos and at home on my own, but I think the experience would be elevated in the presence of others. If you've tried laughter yoga, let me know about your experiences in the comments if your streaming platform allows, or head on over to the Reverse Reset Restore Facebook page or our Instagram page and leave a comment or DM me. Number 4, find humor in everyday life. Sometimes all it takes is a shift in perspective to find humor in everyday situations. We are innately wired to seek out the bad. It's a survival mechanism. However, we can rewire ourselves to look for the good or the funny in the mundane. Comedians are really skilled at doing this. Now, I'm not suggesting that you find the funny in anything and everything. Give yourself some grace and love too, and remember to not take yourself so seriously. A little note on self-depreciating humor. It's easy to go for the obvious target, which is often ourselves or sometimes others, in ways that we play off as all fun and games, but can actually represent a far more insidious mindset. If you are finding that your only way to appreciate humor comes at your cost or the cost of others, you could be doing more harm than healing. There is a reason it's called a punchline, right? Because the punchline completes the joke. It's the final action. If we look at the etymology of the word punch, partially from Old French, penchant to punch, or from penchant, pointed tool, from Latin pontio, I prick, and from Middle English, punchen, which is a syncopated variant of punishen, to punish. And also we can compare the other Middle English word bonchen, to punch, deliver a blow, pound, beat. Notice anything? Punish, hit, beat, prick, a pointed tool. These things hurt. And so while punchlines are an essential framework for a good joke, we must be careful. You are not always setting yourself up to be the punchline. You don't need to be punished or hit or beaten to be likable or be accepted. Watch the language you speak over yourself. Protect yourself because, simply put, you are worth it. Okay, number 5. Keep a laughter journal. So record funny moments or jokes that made you laugh. Revisiting these can bring a smile to your face and improve your spirits. The word journal here is a pretty broad term. It might be that you save funny videos in a playlist in YouTube, or you keep links to things that make you laugh in a notes message on your phone. If you like printed cartoons like The Far Side, you might collate them into a PowerPoint or a Google slide. Or you could have a list of your favorite shows or comedians or movies that you can turn to when you need a chuckle. There are so many ways that you can remind yourself of where to turn for some laughter. This is your medicine journal. Imagine if, when we went to the doctor, they prescribed laughter as part of your treatment plan. What kind of impact would that have on your life and those around you if we understood the true value of laughter as medicine? Because it really is a medicine of sorts, and the best kind, because we produce it from ourselves. These incredible bodies we have really have so much built within them of what we need to repair illness and diseases. Whether it's prescribed or not, laughter is a natural and accessible way to enhance both physical health and mental well-being. It's a tool we all possess, and the best part is that it is free and easy to use. So I want to encourage you to make laughter a regular part of your life. Embrace humor, seek out joy, and remember that laughter is a powerful elixir for a healthier, happier you. What is your go-to for getting your giggles in? I'd love to hear about it, and you might just help someone else find another way that works for them. Again, head back over to the Reverse Reset Restore Facebook page or Instagram and let us know. I'm going to close out this episode with a quote from Eileen Caddy, a British spiritual teacher and New Age writer, best known as one of the founders of the Findhorn Foundation community. This quote is simple, yet so profound. It inspires me to remember that our lives are what we choose to create for ourselves. And so this is an important reminder to live every day with a measure of joy, no matter what outside circumstances might be trying to dictate. She said, "Let there be more joy and laughter in your living."